And how are you guys today? Today is 1/8/2019, and it is Tuesday. And anyways, I just wanted to touch base with a couple little things here. I'm getting this from realtor.com, and I've lived in this valley, Palm Springs area, 50 years. 50 years. Longer than probably most people that do live in the desert and has been living in the desert. And the desert has come a long way. I got to admit before I say anything. But I just wanted to show you the overinflated cost of living and the prices here in Southern California, where the insanity is the strongest in the nation, besides Florida and New York. And probably I could name a few other states. But this right here, that's like a really crap box place. And they're asking $100,000. That place isn't worth 35,000 about, if that. And just look at this. It's the 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,040 square feet. Look at that. $745,000. Yes. And then we have a 3-bedroom, 4-bath house for sale. They're asking $269,000. That's an okay price, but it's still overinflated, believe it or not. I mean, that's more back down to reality. But now you look at this 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,315 square feet. They're asking over $500,000. And, you know, not to sound like a total hypocrite, because I'm not. Some of these areas are not bad areas, and they're worthy for a decent dollar. But again, it's still overinflated. My folks' house, they bought for $30,000 in 1973. That house right now is probably worth about $300,000 or so. I'd have to do an area comp on it, but when the craze of the insanity of the thieves that was creating the disaster that happened in 2008, and I forewarned everybody not to do and play into the game, because you're just going to crash the system, because you can't keep raising the cost of housing where people have to live, okay, to a cost that they can't afford. And, you know, most of these greedy idiots, well, don't you want to make money? No, I want to make money, but I don't want to crash the system. I don't want to see everybody out on the streets or losing their jobs and shit like that. I'd rather make a little less right now and continue to make money all along down the road, instead of losing everything that you have because a bunch of greedy assholes manipulated the environment to make money. I mean, everybody, I hate to say this, that was involved in this, flipping houses and all this, and pricing the houses, they were doing such scam shit, it wasn't even funny, people. And the prices are still really, they're way over what they should be. It's it's absolutely a mind-boggling situation. And then they're going into some neighborhoods that are literally shit houses, and they're putting so much money into them, they have to get these, or they're gonna lose their ass. Okay, Verbania. I don't even want to go there, where how shitty of a neighborhood that is. Yeah, look at this thing. $889,000. $900,000 for that one. Almost $1 million for that. And, you know, if the house is 20 years or older and it hasn't been kept up in the proper maintenance, it's going to need a shitload of work. Just like a car, just like anything else. I see this all the time, since I work on these structures all the time, okay? And the sad part is they're getting a lot of low labor coming over from the border nowadays, and they're working not for the lowest wage, but they're not getting what they should be getting. And in the competitiveness today out here, it's all about who's going to do it for the lowest dollar. And then, but you got to give them top dollar work for the cheapest price. This is the way these people work. I mean, it's crazy. But anyways, I just wanted to do a little tidbit here, show you the out of touch society of California, Southern California. Well, here I'm talking about. This is Southern California. The out of touch reality people that think they're going to get big bucks for everything that they do. Yeah, they put a couple dollars into it and they think that they now have a gold mine to sell. And just remember, these are the same people that helped create the financial disasters in the United States for our real estate problems. And it's coming again. It's going to happen again because they didn't learn their lesson from the first time. And it's a sad reality, people, that we have people that are so out of touch. And then you get these idiots that are watching these flip me shows. That's another bad thing, because they're giving an illusion that you can go anywhere in the country and pick a house up and put a bunch of money into it and turn around and sell it. It doesn't always happen that way, ladies and gentlemen. You're looking at the successful cases, and the successful cases are far few in between to the unsuccessful cases. I've seen it. I'm a witness to it. I've seen people move down to the desert, sell their businesses, everything, come down here, can't make it, and they're worse off than they ever were before. Yeah. Remember, Palm Springs, people come here to die, and it's still that way because it's the weather they come here for. So whatever comes down here, think of it that way. It's going to die. The only thing is a service area. It's not a manufacturing. It's not. There's really no real revenue here except off of each other. I mean, there's no serious industry in the desert. So there's no outside real big money coming in except for this kind of shit and entertainment. It's all meaningless shit that has nothing to do on growth. It's facadish. It really is, because there isn't really anything in the desert except I'm going to come play golf. I'm going to vacation and get away from the big city. I mean, there's no real big jobs here. I mean, no movie industry, no music industry. We don't have no racing. We don't have horse racing. I mean, everything that anybody's ever tried to do in the desert has gotten shot out. They tried to put an international raceway out here, out in the middle of nowhere, and they still shot that down, and that would have brought them tons of revenue. They even thought about putting a big amusement park out here. Nope, they shot that down too. They don't want people to make money, but they want to flip houses for $800,000. And then people can't afford it because they can't find the real jobs. They can make them real big money to pay for these things. Seriously. That's my observation after the 50-something years of my life. Yeah, of this desert. And living in here for 50 years, almost 51 years. So, this is why in a lot of areas that have gotten their houses or the real estate inflated like this, the majority of the people in the valley can't afford this stuff, okay? Especially us locals that live here, and we're going to be catering to you people that come down here. You know, it's nice to have a big house. It's nice to have all these things. I'm not knocking you guys for what you want, but I'm knocking you for the unrealisticness of raising houses, double and tripling these prices, which is making it that people like me, we leave because we're not going to continue paying these things and the high costs to try to survive in an environment that you guys are creating. And when you leave, when you have people that are leaving, what are you going to get? What kind of people are you going to get that's going to live there? Seriously, other than the people that have money. Look at San Francisco. That should explain everything. What happened to San Francisco? It's so outpriced that it takes 2 or 3 or 4 people to be able to pay a mortgage up there now. I've been paying attention. I've been watching what's going on. I see it. It's a bad reality. And these kind of bad realities have bad endings. We've seen it before, haven't we? Anyways, I just wanted to touch base because I'm going off too far and I didn't want to go past the time limit that I already went. But thanks for coming by and taking a look at that California's unrealistic real estate madness that's going to crash again.